Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. And on tonight's live stream episode, we're going to be talking about the new update on iOS. So, if you guys are new to the channel and you would like to see more exclusive content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and definitely turn on all your bell notifications so therefore you won't miss out on anything here on the channel. Plus, as an additional bonus, you should be notified each and every single time I live stream, because for those of you who don't know, I do upload videos 3 times a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I could be on as late as 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, before we get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely would like to give a very big special shout out to Carlos from HP Smart Friend. I did tell you that I was going to give you a shout out here on the channel. So here you go, man. This shout out's for you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I do have chats open. If you'd like to join the chats, all is welcome as well. Again, please be respectful to myself, my moderators, and all my viewers, because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So if you have something negative to say, please keep it to yourself, because any negative remarks on this channel, the comment will be removed, and it's likely possible that you may be subjected to being timed out. So, with that being said, let's go on ahead and dive on into the new iOS update. As a matter of fact, this update came out yesterday. As far as I know, it might have came out a little bit sooner. So do bear with me for a moment while I pull this update up, and I will show you exactly what version is running. But if you'd like to know more about this type of content, you can check the link in the description below. Oh my God, what the hell's going on with my camera? Here we go. The newest version of iOS is 26.6. If you are currently running this version on your Apple devices, your iPhone, iPad, possibly even iMac may have possibly gotten some updates. If you're currently on that version, you're up to date, you're good to go. And just as a simple reminder, for those of you who have the older cell phones from like 20, 30 years ago and you're still using the same devices, some of these updates may not be compatible for that type of device. So definitely do keep that in mind if you're thinking about upgrading. Be careful with what you're getting, because different phones, different things like that might have different features. And a lot of these new devices they no longer have the removable SIM card. So not sure if you guys have actually seen the SIM cards for the older devices like the iPhone 11 Pro. Just bear with me for a moment. I get this box open. And we have Carol in chat. How you doing tonight, Carol? So this little guy right here is the old SIM card. Not sure if you guys are familiar with these. A lot of you may be familiar with them, and most of you might not be familiar with them. So as the newer phones come out, they no longer have the removable physical SIM card. So what that's going to be in reference to, the new devices actually have a built-in eSIM, so you're definitely going to have to create an account through Apple. You can probably do that through your email account. You're definitely going to have to set up a password, anywhere from 8 to 16 characters. Always use numbers and symbols. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for hackers. And also, one more thing is a simple suggestion. If you're out in public, this is something you're not going to want to have on your phone, because if somebody looks over your shoulder and sees you typing in your password, they're going to ask you to borrow your phone. And more than likely, what their intentions are with these type of phones is they're going to basically take your device, delete your account, create them a new account, and have everything charged directly on to your existing account. So be very cautious about that. If you have facial recognition set up in your device, that's absolutely fantastic. I definitely do recommend having that put up there, so you're not actually punching in numbers and somebody's looking over. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I know this person's password. That's what people are doing nowadays. They are taking people's iPhones and running off with them. So again, if you do have an iPhone like that, use your facial recognition feature, because that will actually secure your phone a lot more than just having to dial in your 4-digit code. So as an FYI and kind of a PSA, I definitely do recommend doing that, because with facial recognition, if somebody else goes to pick up your device, they're not able, and they go to put that up to their face, Apple iPhones will not recognize their facial features, only the facial features that you put into your own device. So definitely take that into consideration and be very careful of where you go with that phone, because some people will probably try to lure you into darker places and stuff like that. And before you know it, you're stuck without a phone. So, little advice for you guys also, if you do happen to get an iPhone, make sure that you put insurance on your device. So if you guys are through, so if you guys get one through Verizon, they actually do offer insurance through Asurion, to where you pay $10 a month for the insurance. The phone is fully covered. Now, if you happen to get that type of insurance and you're making your bills due, your bills paid, your insurance is paid, everybody's happy, everybody goes home. If your phone does wind up getting stolen, if you are a Verizon customer, there is a website that you can also go to, is phoneclaim.com, and they are through Asurion. So I'm not sure if you all heard about them. They have really decent insurance stuff for your mobile devices. Also, if you have a pair of earbuds that stop working over a period of time, they do require a payment of $49 for the AirPods, the original ones, or whichever versions you're running, or whichever current version you have. They have all that information into their systems. So once you get in touch with Asurion, you let them know, hey, my device stopped working. I need to get a replacement. A lot of these type of places is you pay a deductible, bam, you got that device the very next day. So again, you're definitely going to have to sign back into your Apple account if you do have like your phone stolen and stuff like that. You're going to have to sign back into your Apple account. Make sure that you have your password wrote down, put it in a secure spot where you and you alone only know where that's at. So it's always best to be protected, and it's always best to be insured, because stuff like that, those phones can be pretty expensive, guys. Sometime next year, I do believe it's either this year or next year, they're going to be coming out with the iPhone 18. So if you guys have the iPhone 18 Pro Max, you're probably looking at right around a $2,000 phone. If I had to estimate, if I had to give my personal estimation on price wise, you're probably looking at right around a $2,000 phone. Make sure that you have insurance. So if something like that does happen, you're not stuck paying $2,000 for another phone and all your stuff be gone. Uh, Apple also does offer cloud storage, so you can also upgrade your cloud storage all the way up to, I do believe, 1 TB, depending on the device that you have. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get into your iCloud. You are going to have to have you are definitely going to have an Apple ID, which is basically, like I said, numbers, digits, also put symbols and stuff like that in. So I'm going to show you how to do this right quick. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything in reference to that, please feel free to leave a comment in chats, or feel free to drop a comment down below in that wonderful comment section. And I will definitely show you guys how to do that. So this is where I was. So you're going to want to go to your settings. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it all the way down here. So click on your profile, scroll down. Let me make sure that I'm getting into the right area here. You're going to see where it says iCloud. So right now mine is actually loading, but you can also upgrade. And like I said before, you can get all the way up to 1 TB of iCloud space. Definitely keep that on. But if your phone does come up lost or possibly stolen, so this right here, passwords, keep those protected. Check your notes. Make sure that your passwords are not in your notes at all, because that's basically a that's basically a thief's paradise right there. So obviously this is not going to pull up. This is recommended, but you can also upgrade your cloud storage. Just trying to figure out how to do this, because a lot of changes have been made over the years. So I'm still kind of going through this and being able to process this and hopefully get this stuff out to you guys. And ladies, same to you as well. Make sure that you have insurance on your device. So if something like that does happen, you're not caught in a crossfire, and my camera is not wanting to focus. So my apologies. So you can also check out your iCloud mail and stuff like that. So if you have all your stuff sent into your iCloud, this will go directly into your account, which can also be retrieved once you get all your information and stuff. But once you program your new cell phone, get everything set up, all your contacts will go from the cloud back into your device. So you're not going to lose any contacts. If anything, you might possibly lose a couple photos, but make sure to back up your device at all times. Once you hit your maximum iCloud thing here, more than likely what's going to end up happening is your phone is going to let you know that your iCloud space is running low. You can upgrade at any time. It goes anywhere from $2. It goes from, I want to say $2 all the way up to $29.99, all the way up to $100. So be careful of how much drive space that you have, because a lot of your devices might support that. Some devices may not support that. Privacy and security. Okay. So just bear with me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am looking through this. So let's see here. I'm trying to do this. Try to get this on camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Yes, by the way, before anyone asks, there, I have my coffee. I've been getting quite a bit of messages in the chats from moderators. I don't mind it one bit, but it is what it is. But yes, I do have my coffee, and of course, you've already seen that. So I'm just trying to figure out. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if you have to have your if you have to get your phone replaced, you're going to want to come down here to where it says find my phone. You don't actually have to come back here to this section. If you scroll to the far right into your, these are all widgets. So Apple has in fact made improvements with their widgets and stuff like that. You can also find your find my phone right here in your widget section. So it's very simple. You guys can also play movies and stuff. You can also watch movies on Apple TV on your phone. Or if you have an Apple TV itself, you can turn your mobile phone. You ready for this one? You can actually turn your iPhone into a remote control, and you can watch all your movies and stuff just from your iPhone right directly onto your Apple TV. How cool is that? So like I said, guys, you can also find your, okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to come over here to your utilities. Oops, wrong one. Let's try this again. Take two and action. Be careful where you tap. See right here, utilities. Go down to below your Apple Store. You can find your phone. Or if you have an Apple Watch or any other type of Apple device, you can also track the location of where that device is heading. You can find out exactly everything you can about it. Find out who's got it. And of course, you got your whole entire thing from A to Z right here, all at your fingertips. Now let's try this. Let's try this iCloud thing one more time, guys. I'm obviously having a little bit of technical difficulties right here with it. So again, once you come to your settings, click on your profile, and click on your iCloud. You can save things to iCloud, or like I said, you can also upgrade your plans at any given time. That's on notepads, stuff. You got all types of different things in here that you can choose from. You can also record phone calls. So if you happen to get a phone that's got like a little bezel like this, just tap onto that little bezel, or you can just go down and click record. Slide up during the phone call, press record. There you go. Three-way calling is very simple to do. Once you're in the middle of a phone call, you're going to see like different things pop up. You can record, you can do all types of stuff. And by the way, with these iPhones, you don't have just one phone number, you have two phone numbers per iPhone. So as long as you're connected to a Wi-Fi network, you can use Wi-Fi calling, you can use Wi-Fi texting, stuff like that. Now I'm going to show you something that's really cool. Obviously, I can't get into my iCloud storage, but once I get that, I will take a screenshot of it and I will bring that out on the next live stream. I just got to figure out how to do it. It's just been a minute, so my apologies for the inconvenience. Damn. And all iPhones are equipped with Bluetooth. Also, the same thing is if you get like a computer, your computers will also have Bluetooth. And if you have any computer running Windows, let me show you something here. I think you're going to be pleased with this one. Because like I said, about when Apple went from iOS 11, not sure if you guys know about that one. That's like when they went into text messaging and stuff like that. You guys can just see the little tracer for my finger. You guys can swipe text. You can do all types of good stuff with that. But also, one more thing. Damn, what was I going to do now? Sorry, guys, lost my train of thought for a second. Now, if you have issues with Siri, I'm going to show you how to fix that. So what you're going to do is usually a lot of this stuff will be reset by default. Let me plug my phone in before it dies, and I'm not going to be able to show you on the stream. All right. Now you see that little window just expanded and it just reduced. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is if you get Siri set up, go to where it says talk to Siri. You can say Siri or Hey Siri. If you prefer to say Hey Siri, then just go here. Click that middle icon. Backspace, scroll down. Siri responses. Oops. Now with this one right here, prefer spoken responses. That's what you would definitely want to go on to. You can also go to silent mode if you want. Always show Siri captions. You can turn those on. Those are going to be turned off by default. So you can just turn those two rocker switches on. How you do that is you just tap the rocker switch. Turn it to where when you see it lit up green on the left side, that means it's active. If you tap it again, that disables Siri. Siri dictation history. That's another place you definitely want to check out. So if you want to delete that, that just basically restores Siri back to its standard defaults. It's not going to affect the way that you have Siri customized. For example, ladies and gentlemen, hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Is it just me, or is every other number odd?
You can actually have Siri tell you jokes and all types of stuff like this. Is it just me, or is every number odd? But when when iOS 27 gets released, you'll actually have 7 different types of Siri's voice responses, 7 different ways that you can actually get Siri to respond back to you. So, and how you get to Siri on this, go into your settings, scroll down until you see Siri. Tap Siri. You got 4 different voice, or actually you got 5 here. So voice responses, you can basically customize those to whatever to whatever suits you best. Sorry, I've got my phone at a tilt. I'm not trying to damage my cord, but I'm going to show you the right way to connect. I'm going to show you the wrong way to disconnect. This is the right way. Grab the plastic right here and just pull straight out. This is the wrong way. You never grab the cord and pull that out, because over a period of time, the wires that's all connected into this plastic piece can all fray and they can all break over a period of time. That's what you want to avoid. You never grab it by the cord, grab it by the plastic tab and just pull that out. Just that simple. Now, all of your iPhones on the back, if you don't have the OtterBox case, there's a sensor in the back. It's basically kind of like a Tesla coil. So what you'd want to do is, if you have a wireless based charger, set your phone right on this charger and make sure that that lines up with the Tesla coil in the back. So then, therefore, you can actually commence to using wireless charging. Unfortunately, the wireless connector that connects directly to this base is no longer functional, so I'm going to have to get a cord replacement. So if you're tired of holding your phone, doing this, that, and the other, you want to watch a movie, just set it right there like this. Won't be able to do it that way, but I'm going to show you something on here that I think is really cool to have. Well, damn it. Let's go to I'm just going to pick a random thing. So turn your phone sideways. Either way, it'll still work. But if you turn it upside down, it won't turn, because every iPhone that comes out has a gyroscope on the inside that allows you to turn it to where what direction you face that as. You notice that it's constantly turning with the phone. So that's a gravity sensor, ladies and gentlemen. Your phone is equipped with gravity sensors. Same thing with Android. So it's very simple to get. Once you get an iPhone or you get an Android, you've already got one. But also, say I want to disable that, I want to lock that. So swipe down and you'll come up to this little padlock right here. You tap that, that's disabled. Fantastic. And another thing I like about iPhones, I'm going to show you. You can access your camera. Access your rear cam. This is in 4K. That's my camera right here that I'm streaming on right now. This is the back cam. Both of these cameras are 4K HDR. Now, say if I want to do like a time lapse, I can do a time lapse video. I can do slow motion. So, for example, if I want to slow down the footage, look at that. How cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? You seen how fast my hand was kind of going like this? This actually slows down the camera footage. Not very many phones have that feature, but all your iPhones, they do have them. Panoramic view, they also have that on there too. Right now, this is portrait mode. So if you're like doing night shots and stuff like that, everything in the background will be blurred out. And right now, where I'm sitting to where that door is, I have an 8x zoom. Let's go back to photo mode. Look how good that camera quality is. Everything is in very good detail. If you have the iPhone 14, you're going to have a 48 megapixel camera. But you can also do it this way too. Just tap right above there. Actually, this has got a 15x zoom. Look at that. And over time, that disappears. Take a picture. And also, you can use your camera as a magnifying. So if you have something that's in, let's see what I could use that's got small print on it. Okay, say for instance, if you can't read this with your own eyes, I'm going to show you something. Check this out. Can everybody see that okay? Oops, let me turn that right side up. Unfortunately, your camera only works one direction. Actually, I got this box upside down, so that's my fault. Not asking nobody to stand on their head and read this, but so you'll touch right there and you can zoom in. But you're just gonna have to turn the camera real slow just so your phone can actually capture the image. And due to the fact that I have my automatic flash on, I know that there are some people in my chats that are prone to having seizures, so I'm not, I'd rather not do that on stream. Also, check this out. You also have a liquid glass display. This comes standard with iPhones, guys. Look at that liquid glass display. Now say if you want to listen to music or something like that, scroll up. Got your music album here. You want to access your camera? Fantastic. You can. But also check this out. You can also access your camera while your phone is locked. All right. That's locked. As you can see right here, personal. But up here at the very top in that little window, hang on a second. Let me get this elevated a little bit better for you. And as you can see, the phone is still locked. So you can access your camera and your music while your device is still locked down. You don't have to unlock it, do all this, that, and the other. So there you go. Apple has really stepped it up quite a bit. I'm sure they're going to be stepping it up quite a bit more when they release iOS 27. And if you missed the last live stream where I did, not the last live stream, but live stream before last, excuse me, where I did talk about that, the new iOS 27 is going to have exactly 150 new updated items. So everything that you kind of seen that was kind of somewhat grayed out, all that's going to be clear. Because they're basically changing all the effects to a liquid glass display. Like for example, all your widgets, stuff like that, it's got that liquid glass display to it. What do you think? And now if you want to take measurements, and if you notice that my phone did kind of skip and stutter a little bit, that's because the phone's up, because the update on the device. You can measure different things. See, let's go back. Okay, like for example, the door. Or you can also use it as a level. It pretty much has everything all lined out for you. It's all basically the artificial intelligence. Now, if you want to use the level, no work. Oh, wrong one. Ah, level right here. Look at this. That's even got a liquid glass display. So once you have this leveled out, your screen will turn green. Now, if you're out and about and you're camping, you have a compass. This is the wrong way to use the compass. So if you're going to use it, lay it on a flat surface. Oh, and cloud backup is automatically on by default. Manage plans. Here we go. I found it. So I'm not going to have to do this manually. I'm just going to walk you through and show you exactly what's going on here. So say for instance, if you wanted to upgrade your, I don't even think this is going to work, guys. See other plans. Here we go. 200 gigabytes, $2.99 a month. 2 terabytes, $9.99 a month. 6 terabytes, $29.99 a month. 12 terabytes, $59.99 a month. That's 12,000 gigabytes. So if you, okay, so there's 1,000 gigabytes in 1 terabyte, okay? This is what I was trying to show you guys earlier, but like I said, I had to I had to kind of think of, I had to go back and think about how I was going to redo this. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So again, go into your settings. You can scroll down until you see iCloud, or just click onto your profile, photos, stuff like that. Let's just say photos. So no, it's not there. So what you're going to do is when you pull up iCloud Photos, go to Manage Storage. So go there. No, wrong. Incorrect, ladies and gentlemen. Incorrect. iCloud Backup. Go to Manage. Okay. I'm going to set this up high and try to get this to zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So go here, go all the way to the far bottom, iCloud. Scroll down to where you see Manage Plans. Once you manage your plan, you can go here. And now you're going to come down to where it says See Other Plans. So tap that, and here you go. There's the whole entire list right here for you. You can also downgrade if you think that if you have too much storage and you don't want to pay an existential price, you can reduce the price. You can do this on here, or if you're through Verizon, you can also do that through your Verizon plan. So my storage is full right now, and this is a 120 gig phone. But you can get those up to 512 gigabytes. That's just for the expanded memory. And believe me, these type of phones will last you a long time. If you take care of them properly, maintenance them when need be, they'll last you a while. So if you do find this video to be, so if you do find this live stream to be very useful, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, smash that heart button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. And again, be sure to turn on all those beautiful bell notifications. So therefore you'll stay up to date, be notified each and every single time a live stream. And plus that does go to help support the channel. And all new subs is definitely appreciated. If you guys do sub to the channel, let me know that you subbed to my let me know that you subscribed. I'll give you a shout out on the next live stream that I do. And hopefully I can show you guys some more. I can show you some more stuff that's involved with these type of phones. Now, if you want to know how to do a software update, that's very simple. First and foremost, if you have your screen locked, get past the lock screen. All right, now that we're here, go to settings, look for where it says general. Once you see general, second one down, software updates, iOS 26.6, iOS is up to date. That's exactly what it's going to tell you when your system's up to date. But if it has an update on there, I have made a video of doing an update during the time of my live stream. I'm not exactly sure which one that is because I am almost at 300 videos. So I think you guys might have a little bit of homework to do. Oh, and by the way, now that the topic is hot, if you have a PC and say you have a computer issue to where you don't remember your password and you find an old computer that's been laying around for quite some time. Let's get this out of here. All right. So I don't put my passwords or anything on my channel. All right. Now that we're here, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this procedure. It's very simple. So if you guys would like to follow along, all is welcome to do so as well. So say for instance, if you have, all right, I'm just gonna speed up to the point here. I'm just gonna kind of not even cut corners. I'm just gonna go right into it. So definitely come down to your power mode if you have this option available. Press down and hold the left shift key and restart the PC. Continue to press and hold down the left shift key until you see options here on top left-hand side of the screen. Should be right over here. You should probably have about 4, maybe 5 different options to choose from. Right now, this is closing out apps. So let's just go ahead and speed that up. Just like that. It says, please wait. Once you get to this page here, you're going to have plenty of options to choose from. If you do not have a USB driver, I do not suggest you use this. Come down to troubleshoot and reset this PC. And what you're going to want to do is remove all of your files, everything. So if you have a password that's set up, that's going to remove that account too. And if you feel like you may have done this in error, you can always revert back troubleshoot, go to advanced options. You can always go to system restore, and this will go all the way back to the restore point that you created in your PC. So if, depending on what version of Windows you're running on, see this is Windows 10. Just to kind of let you know, if you do a hard reset on your PC, that could take up anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So once you start the hard reset, just go about your day, let your computer do its thing. Once it's completed, it's basically going to delete everything that you put into. It's going to delete all accounts, everything in there, and you could just go back in and set everything back up. Make sure that you have an internet connection when you go to do a hard reset on any PC, desktop, laptop. There you go. Just make sure that your computer is fully connected. If it is not connected and you recognize your your internet connection, type in the password, press enter, give it a minute, and it should just load up. You should be online, and all that stuff can continue from there on out, because what it's going to do, it's going to run you all the way up to that point of that internet connection. If you're not connected, your computer, you're pretty much stuck. So that's very crucial to make sure it's the internet connection is not an option. It is non-negotiable. So when you're dealing with software like this, Windows 10, Windows 11, doesn't matter what version, it is definitely going to require a or not software. Mistakes were made. It's going to require an internet connection of any type, whether it be Wi-Fi, if you're using like a jetpack, or if you're using home internet. So make sure that you know the password. You can always check the back of the device, or if you have a digital display, go through all your options, look at the password, type it in as you're looking at it, press enter. Give it a minute, you'll be connected, and you'll be on your way to restoring your computer. So everything that's in your PC will go all the way back from the day that it left the manufacturer. So everything's going to be factory default. Even your BIOS, all that will probably be completely cleared out. No worries, your BIOS will update. But now, if you have a Windows 11 PC, if you have BitLocker, or if you have the TPM, known as the Trusted Platform Module, you might want to go into your Microsoft account. If you ever run across the BitLocker recovery screen, make sure that you have that 48-digit PIN, like I showed you in other videos. You're more than welcome to go back, check those out. Type in that 48-digit PIN. You don't have to type in the hyphens. Your computer will do that for you. Just type in the numbers, F1 through F10. If you have a keyboard like this here, these, you don't use these. Use your function F1 all the way over to F10. Because if you use these down here, or if you use these over here, it's not going to, your computer's BIOS is not going to recognize any of that. F1 through F10, your BIOS is automatic. Your BIOS is programmed to read functions. So that's basically what the F stands for. Your function key, function 1 through function 10. or if you happen to see, now on your laptops, you'll also see a function key here. But if you press this and you go to adjust your brightness or something like that, you can do that. You can also use the function key itself, the FN key, to adjust your volume and other stuff like that as well. So I definitely do enjoy making these type of videos for you guys. I definitely do enjoy making this type of content because a lot of people don't. You'd be surprised at people who don't know much about computers. So again, I'm going to go ahead and press down the left shift key. If you have a profile picture here, click that little power button, press restart, and restart anyway. So again, this is going to take you to a blue screen. All your options will be over here. You can find your BitLocker recovery key in your system, but if it's not saved to any specific file, no worries. So once you pull this page up, choose an option. This is what you're going to want to do in case you missed this the first time. Come down to troubleshoot, reset this PC. Now, if you keep all your personal files, you're not going to lose anything if you have PDAs, music, PDFs, stuff like that into your PC. All that stuff there will be untouched, but what this is going to do, this is going to reset all your system files back to its original factory default. Keep personal files, remove everything, or removes apps and settings, but keeps your personal files. Remove everything, remove all of your personal files, apps, and settings. Now, if you're trying to update and you're trying to get Windows 11, if you're running a Windows 10 PC, you're going to want to go to, okay. So let's see here. So we're going to go to troubleshoot. So if you're here and you're trying to update to Windows 11, backspace here, come down to troubleshoot, go to advanced options, uninstall updates. And what this is going to do, this is going to give you two separate selections. Uninstall latest quality update, uninstall latest feature updates. So feature updates meaning that could be anything. So once you uninstall both of these here, just go back. See, it's just backspace, 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 then continue to the previous version. I definitely do appreciate the kind words, sis. I'm not trying to ignore anybody's comments here, but I'm also showing you guys how to do this and how to restore a computer. So if, again, if you do have any questions, any comments, any concerns, or anything that you think that I may have left out, do me a favor, wait until the end of the live stream, then contact me, and I'll try to walk you through the steps again. And hopefully everything turns out to be just right. But again, if you do a hard reset on your computer, that's going to take up to anywhere from 45 minutes all the way to 1 hour. So depending on how much stuff you have in your computer, time could vary. You don't actually have to worry about your system's BIOS, but now if you want to go into your system's BIOS, press and hold your power button, wait until wait until your computer powers down. When it powers up, constantly tap that delete key, and that's going to take you right directly into your BIOS. I mean, you don't you don't want to just sit there and just do this method here. You will be like, and bam, it's going to pop you right up into the BIOS. So once you do that, you should be good to go. Make sure that whatever setting that it is you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to reset, make sure you know exactly what you're doing, because if you screw up one file in your BIOS, oh my God, looks to me like you're going to have your work cut out for you, because that's not going to be good for your computer. So always make sure you know exactly what it is you're doing. So if you have no idea what to do in that case, feel free to get in touch with me. For those of you who have my number, we're not going to discuss that here, but just get in touch with me on a off camera scenario, and we'll go through that again. So it doesn't matter if your screen is locked, you can still access all of that. So if you pull up this type of screen here, you're not sure how to get past that. If you have a touch screen, press down and hold your left shift key. Restart your PC once again. Press and hold until you have those options on the top left-hand corner of your computer. And that's going to take you right here. Now, if you already have a Windows 10 installment, then you choose the device, which basically goes to USB. Because I literally had to uninstall Windows 11, so I had to revert back to my earliest version, which is Windows 10. I did make a video of this. I did live stream this, and sure enough, I was downloading Windows 11. BitLocker is your system's encryption, which is complete and utter garbage, because what I mean by complete and utter garbage is the fact that BitLocker is supposed to be a system encryption for your PC to keep unwanted users out, but also in the same token, that leaks information back to Microsoft. So everything that you have in your Microsoft account, Microsoft already has access to it. So if you're online and you notice any type of interruptions because of an update, you guys can always set your updates a week in advance. But unfortunately, there's no way to disable that unless you're offline. Once you're off the internet connection, all that information stops until you reconnect to the internet that you're currently through with your provider. That goes from Microsoft servers directly into your computer. Bam. And that's where you're going to be getting hit with all these updates, forced updates. Because obviously Microsoft does not really trust their customers to have their own personalized data. I know, what kind of shit's that? Microsoft's been pulling some really, really, really shady shit lately. So, and if you guys are, and if everyone is wondering how your information is getting leaked online, all the excess data that Microsoft has, they pretty much reroute that to an external server, and a lot of your data brokers will come in and they'll buy up all that data. And a lot of that information can get misplaced, misused, and a lot of your information can get leaked onto the deep web. But if you want a good security system for your computer, I definitely do recommend McAfee or Norton's antivirus software protection. Microsoft Windows Defender. I don't myself personally. The reason why I'm using it right now is because of a financial issue that I had about a few months ago. Some of you may know, but I went to go pay some bills one morning and my account was almost completely empty. So I had to wait a whole entire month just to get everything replenished. Got all my got all my bills caught up, everything like that. Uh, Unfortunately, I had to pay late fees and this, that, and the other. But other than that, it really didn't affect me. I did call people that I owed bills to, said, "Hey, look, I'm going to be a little late getting these paid, but no worries. I'll try to get this out as fast as I possibly can. If I get this set for a later date, fantastic." And everyone else didn't really seem to have a problem with it. The only company that had a problem with that was my insurance company, but I was able to get my insurance reinstated. So all that's said and done, and if you guys actually do happen to go through Verizon and they want to get you set, or if your insurance wants to get you hooked up with some type of protection plan or something like that to protect all your home devices, don't go through Hyperwallet, guys. They're a scam. They're frauds. I have checked out a lot of consumer complaints with Hyperwallet. They are a complete and utter fraud. So, little advice from the wise: if they say Hyperwallet, give them the middle finger and tell them exactly what you think. Don't take my word for it unless you guys actually went through it yourselves. Then I'm sure you guys can pretty much understand where I'm coming from. But trying to keep this stream calm, cool, collect, trying to keep it as clean as possible because of YouTube's algorithm. And if we can try to get this, live stream above that algorithm, and if we start getting into like 100,000 subs and stuff like that. I did tell you guys that I was going to do the world's hottest chocolate challenge. Oh boy. No sooner than I consume those products, I will be sitting here on stream for 5 minutes with nothing to drink. Absolutely nothing. So y'all are going to get a chance to see me suffer right here during the time of the live stream. But as a legal disclaimer, I'm doing this by choice. So once we get to that 100,000 sub mark, that's exactly what I'm going to do right here on the channel. Oh, she already knows about the pizzas that I make. So I did catch that last comment in the chats. So if you guys want to see one of my pizzas that I made a while back, trust and believe, it is awesome. I just got to find it. I've got probably several thousands of photos in this phone right now. So I know, right? As most of you may know, I am a personal chef for a Vietnam era vet. This was a pizza that I made myself. Talk about good. Oh my God, y'all. That was an awesome pizza. And a lot of you may know that I also do cook a lot of burgers and stuff. It's probably seen that on my Instagram posts. Just bear with me for a moment. There you go. If everybody got a chance to see that, let's get two thumbs up. Let's get two hashtag. Let's get a hashtag two thumbs up in the chats if you actually got a chance to see this. If not, I'll show it to you again. And believe me, it was every bit of what it looked. Oh, also, in case most of you may or may not know, a lot of your old PlayStations, this is like the very first model that came out. I rebuild these. And believe it or not, it looks so real, didn't it? I actually rebuild those type of PlayStations. Oh, I'm not going to do that. And tonight, I'm going to be making chicken noodle soup with extra chicken, and I'm probably going to crack a few eggs and put that in there with it as well. Oh, and by the way, that's that Rotel sauce. That's that cheese dip with Rotel that I made that one night. Oh my God, that was so good. And you guys want to see something else really good too? That actually had chunks of beef in it. That was really good. That's that mac and cheese I was telling you about. That's got the that actually has that damn it, cream of mushroom in it. If and for those of you who are allergic to mushrooms, you can also use cream of chicken or cream of celery. And my pulled chicken, barbecued pulled chicken. This is what I made. Absolutely. If you guys have not got a chance to read that last message at the far bottom in the chats, she has actually seen me cook on video. That is one of my moderators too, by the way. So a little FYI for those of you who don't know, now you do. I also do barbecued pulled pork. I also do barbecued pulled chicken. I think probably sometime tomorrow, I'm going to do barbecued pulled Angus beef. And not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, I also do make my own jerky too, by the way. It is really, really, really good. Breakfast burritos. Oh my God, what the hell just happened here? All my photos just went right to the very top of the list. I was just getting ready to show you guys my breakfast burritos that I make too. Breakfast sandwiches, I make those. Now wait a minute. Before y'all start lighting up the chats, all right. There's my type of breakfast sandwiches. I make these myself. French toast styled breakfast sandwiches. I also make Texas toast. It's more like a grilled cheese Texas toast. More like a French toast all in one. And homemade fudge. I also make homemade fudge from scratch. I don't even look at recipe books. I just make my own. So as a matter of fact, I think I might just put that on a. I think I might just start my own merch. I'm. You know, you just gave me an idea. Big shout out to Carol for this. Thank you so very much. Matter of fact, I might throw all this stuff into my merch shop as soon as I get 100,000 subs. And believe me, when you try that homemade fudge I make, it'll practically melt right as soon as it makes contact with your tongue. It's going to melt right in your mouth. Now, if you all want to see the type of soups and stuff I make, I make all this stuff myself. But my homemade fudge, I'm not going to give that recipe. I'm not giving that recipe out. That is a, I'm going to say that's a classified recipe. This is also another, oh, this was more like, what is that? Homemade style, cheeseburger style hamburger helper. I actually threw that in with some noodles too, so that was really good, guys. Oh, and for those of you who have a PlayStation 5, I'm going to give you a little bit of an update with this. Sony, there for a while when they started making the PlayStation 5s, a lot of people would take those and they would stand them straight up on the side like this, long ways up and down. You do not want to do that. And I will tell you the reason why. If you stand one of those the Sony PlayStation 5s upright like this, what that's going to cause is that's going to cause a major issue, and it's going to destroy your motherboard because those capacitors do get so hot from all the heat that's built up from the inside of the machine. It can cause those capacitors to leak acid, and that gets all the way down. It goes all the way down your motherboard and right into your CPU. That can cause a fire, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do have a PlayStation 5, as you see right here on on this device here, that is how you want to leave your device sitting. You don't want to prop it up onto its side. So pretty much everything that you've seen is pretty much all I do. That I take time. I take a few things a day in advance, 2 days sometimes to get what I'm going to be making that very next day. I'll think a few days prior to making the stuff that I make. And if you guys are thinking about getting a computer that's got a 5090 graphics card, I'm going to show you guys. Oh, damn it. Well, I was going to show you, but be careful of the 5090 graphics cards because the connector ports that connect like this into one another, those will get hot and they will start to melt. I do have photos of that too, by the way. So I will probably show that on my next live stream. So just as a simple reminder, you definitely don't want to have your PlayStation 5 standing straight up. You want to keep it laying flat. So if it does leak, it's not going to get directly onto your main components like your CPU, your GPU, stuff like that, because that shit's expensive, guys. Oh, and I did say something about breakfast burritos. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a breakfast burrito. Some places you go to, my personal opinion, when it comes to like fast food places, they make their burritos like this small. I make mine about like I make the burritos I make are about like this. And once I get up to that 1 million sub mark, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually thinking about getting some foods and getting some food and stuff like that, and actually having a party for moderate. It's basically going to be for moderators and for anyone else like. I'm gonna have to get my own. I'm definitely gonna have to get my own type of security. So if anything goes south, I'm gonna have some people respond to that pretty quick. So I'm actually thinking about once I get to that 1 million marker, sub mark, having a major cookout. It would be it would be basically it's going to be invitation only because I don't know where I'm going to be hosting that event just yet. So that's to come later on down the road. So it's just not going to be something that's going to happen right away. So this is going to take a lot of time, a lot of planning, and a lot of other good stuff to go with it. But a lot of that food and stuff, I will definitely be preparing a lot of this, and I'll be cooking pretty much all of it. So, so, so if you guys are able to make it, there's going to be it's invitation only. I will be printing out invitations. I'm not sure if there's going to be a cover charge. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to be charging for the cover. But if you guys do bring children with you, please be responsible for all actions. I don't want, I absolutely don't want any fighting because no matter who started it, who's involved, I'd hate to kick those two out. But if it comes down to it, I will ask both parties to leave. But the cookout is not exactly, it's in the it's in the works right now, but this is something that I'm definitely going to be making, well, shit, can't say that I'm going to be making an announcement. I've already made the announcement. So, well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to take some, this is going to be a very time consuming process. So I'm going to have everything set up, adults one side, children on the other side. But all parents, please keep an eye on your children. Make sure that there's no fighting, because I will not have this going down at my live event. So this is basically going to be giving back to the community, and a lot of the donations and stuff, if you guys choose to donate. Yeah. Sorry, just burnt my leg. So if you guys plan on making any type of contributions or donations, it's all open. So we'll be doing that right then and there. I will also be I will also be monitoring the financial stuff like this. So I think I already have, I pretty much have an idea of who I'm going to have in the financial department. But I will definitely be getting a hold of you here shortly. So nothing is official just yet. But like I said, I got to get everything prepped, got to get everything ready. So once that 100,000 sub mark, or that 1 million sub mark, is reached, it's basically going to be a meet and greet. So invitations. I will basically allow up to 5 guests, but depending on the names that are on the invitations, there might be some people I may not have there. But this is going to be like could be like my own personal type of charity run, so forth like that, and also help out different types of charitable sources like battered women's shelters, stuff like that. I'm going to be helping with that. I'm also going to be helping out with Salvation Army, just basically anywhere that's guided. And even if churches, they want to get in on the action, hey, I welcome everyone. But just try to have them contact me, is try to have me just try to have them all have them notify me, just notify them of it. So I mean, if they want to jump in, if they want to contribute to helping out with this charitable thing, I'll gladly I'll gladly give them some food and stuff like that, and also try to figure out a way to balance out that type of budget to where I can divide everything up equally. And I will definitely have written receipts. So all invoices and stuff like that will all be shared right here on the live stream. So this is something I'm definitely wanting to try to do, is try to help as many people as I possibly can. I know I can't help the whole entire world. I get that. But this is something, like I said, this is something that's going to be very time consuming. I'm going to have to plan everything out ahead of time. So hopefully by the time I get to that 1 million sub mark, I'll have all my faculties in order and I'll have everything lined out right then and right there. So if there's any churches that would like to assist with this, I'm all for it. I got to get to know about the church itself and basically what they do and what they offer, what they provide. So if they happen to fall just a little bit short on some assistance for charitable donations and stuff like that, I will gladly try to divide all charitable donations to churches, also to battered women's shelter and stuff like that. Shelters, excuse me. Um, and probably even trying to help out and see what I can do about helping out food banks. But myself doing something like this would be a non-charitable or a non-profitable independent organization. So all proceeds will go to charities. So if you guys know anyone if you happen to know anyone that's interested, I will make that big announcement once I get to that 1 million sub mark. And hopefully have everything that I need to get everything up and going. And this is going to be an event that I'm definitely going to be I'm definitely going to be live streaming this during the time of the charity. It's basically going to be a charity drive. But like I said, this is something that's just not going to happen overnight. But cover charges and stuff like that, I will only allow it to like 5 guests to see how this actually goes. And hopefully try to get this done within and try to make this like a two I would say about 2 maybe 3 weeks and see just exactly how much money we can raise for this type of charitable drive and also help out with different rehab centers. But this all just depends on where I'm just going to have to pick the area. So I'm going to be looking around to see if I can find like a big open spot for families and stuff. So I'm going to have to set that off for a later time. I'm going to have to postpone any type of plans that may be in effect. But this is something that I'm going to have. This is something I'm really going to have to work on. How I'm going to have everything set up and go from there. And if it comes down to it, if we raise enough money, I'll definitely get some try to get some cover bands and stuff like that. I will be I will definitely be taking requests and stuff like that. Be talking to some local bands and stuff like that. They're actually playing. Have them on stage, see what they got. You know, see how they play, see how their performance is, and then hopefully one day I can work up to a bigger picture and actually start pulling in some celebrities. And for those of you who have any type of celebrities that you would like for me to try to get, try to get in touch or to try to reach out to, let me know in the chats, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely do appreciate all the hearts, all the love and support. But right now, oh my God, it's almost 10 o'clock. And I have got to get some stuff up and going. So I will definitely be making some phone calls shortly after this stream. So if you're interested in celebrities, let me know exactly who you might have in mind. So right now, this is a work in progress. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and so forth. But let me know exactly who you'd like to have as a celebrity right over here in those wonderful chats. And because I could think of one right now that could probably be a very, very, very good resource to this. And if I misspelled this, feel free to let me know in the chats. Actually, I'll give a list of 3 names. I'm not sure if that's spelled correctly, but I gave off my list of 3. So if anybody else would like to participate in this, have at it. And the reason why I picked Michael J. Fox is because of Parkinson's. I definitely would like to try to help out with the Parkinson's Foundation and see if we try to get some, see if we could try to have them come up with some type of cure. Let me know exactly who you would like to see in one of these type of events. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I have another. I think I got another celebrity. I'm going to make this 4. I know I might be a little over my head with this one, but So if anybody has any objections to the names that I listed right off here in the chats at the bottom, let me know exactly who you would like to see. I definitely do appreciate all the kind words here, but let me know what celebrity that you would like to meet up close and personal. And I'm gonna see what I can do about reach out to these people. I don't know if I'm gonna have to get the permits and stuff for this, but I'm definitely gonna take a look into this and see what all I can do. So, but anyway, I think that's going to be a wrap for the night, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I will be back again this coming Thursday. And if you guys decide, and if you have decided what celebrity you would like to meet in person, oh, excuse me, not bad manners, just damn good coffee. Cheers. But again, I will be back this coming Thursday. Yeah, no, that's why I said I was going to list. I had another one in mind, so I put that one at the very bottom. So if there's any type of celebrities that you guys would like, anyone that you would like to meet celebrity wise, let me know in the next live stream chats. And it's time for me to get to work. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back this coming Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you have reached whichever celebrity that you would like to meet in person and be able to shake their hands. Oh. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to get to work. But again, this Saturday, or I did say Saturday. I started to say Saturday. Shit. Um, I'll be back again this Thursday, same time, same place. Same. Obviously, my studio is not going anywhere just at the moment. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. Until then, I will be back again this coming Thursday. And as always, be safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.